Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to FrankBroxton. Gotta move my mic here. Move a little closer here. Whoop. Get it out the camera. Hey, welcome back. I am working on pretty much panel composition. So where I left off last time, well, excuse me, let me introduce myself for those who are new coming to my channel. This is FrankBroxton. I am BrianFBroxton. I am a illustrator / graphic designer, but on this YouTube channel, I'm mostly going to be doing illustration, a little bit of graphic design here and there, but mostly illustration. So welcome to the channel. I've been working on like a little comic strip called The Froggy Show, and it was basically like my son's idea. So I just kind of took his design and just put it in my style, and now I'm laying out a like a comic strip of like maybe like a first episode of The Froggy Show, which is like his first day of school or whatever, or going back to school, you know. So as you've seen in other videos, I've drawn the character designs. I've drawn I started out with a basic layout. Now I'm towards like the climax where we catch up with Froggy. He is diverting, from the team. There was a fork in the road, and his friends went that way to school. Now he's going that way because something caught his attention. So I'm going to show you what I have done so far. So basically, something caught his attention here, and now is something that he really loves. So I might put some more stars in his eyes, because he's like drooling, like ooh. And my son told me he likes watermelon for some reason. I'm like, frogs, watermelon? Okay, I thought frogs like flies, but anyway, that's just me. So we showed the fork in the road where he goes that way, and then his friends go the opposite way. So that's kind of like where I left off. I'm working on the next panel, which will be him finding like the watermelon, and it's going to be like a trap set up by Raccoon the Madman, which is another character in the bad guy in the story. So but I haven't gotten there yet. There's still, I kind of, before I did that, I was like, well, let me go back to the beginning of the story. So let's roll back up to the beginning. And I'm also doing like a sped up version, so you may see it throughout this, video or whatever. So, so I was like, well, I wanted to do it at first, but I didn't, because, well, I wanted to add like a beginning, to the beginning of the story, like kind of like how the camera pans down, from up above as it overlooks. But I didn't start it that way. I just started right in at the pond, or lake or whatever. So since I had more time, I decided, well, let me go back and just add that kind of pan down view. So I added an extra panel up top, and so that we can kind of see, just a kind of overall of the area. It's very woodsy. These are animals, so they're going to live in the woods or whatever. There are buildings, but they are not like skyscrapers. They're buildings, but they're kind of like tree level or lower than tree level, mid level, and they don't peak out from above like the horizon, or they don't peak out above the trees, or treetops rather. So all the houses are going to be rather small. So I just did like this simple kind of, and I found something to kind of inspire like that look. And all the characters, you see the sun with like a little personality. So most of the characters in this comic strip have a personality. I think the clouds are probably going to have a personality as well. So everybody in this world is, probably going to, they may not all speak, but they will have maybe some sort of personality. So the sun kind of like looks in, and you know, see what's going on with Froggy and his friends. So I think it's going to turn out great once I start with the color and the you know, the ink, and you know, well, everything's going to be done in Illustrator. And I know you're like, what, Illustrator? Man, good on you, because I'm just working in Photoshop. Hey, I used to work in Photoshop a lot. Photoshop has a lot of great little things. It's quick, you know, you can do the gradients and, you know, add little specs and stuff like that. Don't have to worry about, you know, being precise with vector, and, you know, it's a lot easy things you can do in Photoshop versus working in Illustrator, in my opinion. Illustrator, it's a little bit, you know, nuanced, where you have to do a little bit more. But I don't know. I just like the sharpness, and just the quality of it, you know. And then, you know, I can, you know, size it, resize it, and, you know, spread things out, add things in. You can do that in Photoshop as well, but you know, transferring it to different mediums or whatever, you know, I don't know. I just like Illustrator. I'm sorry, you know. You know, maybe I'll go back to Photoshop, and, you know, I love Photoshop as well, but as far as like with my drawing, I'd rather just work in Illustrator. You know, I don't know. I just like the results or whatever. So especially if this is going to become like a children's book, or like a coloring book, maybe, you know, it'd be kind of cool thing to kind of color in and stuff like that. So and then I can like go back in, expand the panels, and kind of build out some of these, you know, panels, you know, where I can add more to it, and you know, where it can become like a page in a story, or, you know, something to color or something like that, possibly. So yeah. So anyway, as I digress, I didn't do much, so this video is going to be kind of short. So thank you guys for checking it out and seeing what I have so far. I'll definitely be working over the weekend, and, you know, of course, New Year's. You know, I'm going to have my drink or two. So happy New Year's, guys. If I don't see you, you know, so have a safe, happy New Year. I'm going to still be working on the story. Just hang in there with me. I'm so excited to kind of finish this. I'll be glad when I finish it, because I want to get to the drawing, the line work and the color and stuff like that. That's where the magic happens, all the magic. So just hang out with me, just see it, you know, the process. You know, I might have some trouble here and there. Some days I have days where I can't do garbage. I can just draw a stick man, and then there's some days where I'm like, ooh, magic, you know, the magic happens. So hopefully I won't have any days where I'm like kind of stuck and can't draw. You know, so I'm gonna just keep it moving and keep on grooving. You guys, thanks a lot for checking out the channel. It is a short video, so I don't have much. So next week I have a lot more. So catch you later. Peace.